appraisal of our competence seems more likely.
Lara, you got any thought to how we ought to proceed? You're being awfully quiet.
Tell me, honest. How about I, show you when we get to where we're going?
It is only through your devotion to the Sovereign that this unit finds the strength to weld titanium plating.
For our beneficent leader.
Jepson and I are in position above the sector, Commander. Path's been cleared. Only encountered one guard. He's been dealt with.
You should have seen it. Wasn't pretty.
As long as it was done righteously in the name of the Earth Directorate. Right, Sandoval?
I wouldn't stand too close to the airlock when we're back on the ship, Pascal.
You need to sabotage the transformer to disable the failsafes. This will allow you to open the door and proceed. I left the manual in the locker to your right in case you need it. Now that that's done... Oh, did I forget to mention the alarm? Just ignore it and get to the manual override in the control room as soon as you can.
I mean, no. No, of course, we have nothing to be concerned about.
Machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock upon which our system is built, but even I can't see it alone. So be diligent.
Minimizing exposure!
Which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock upon which our system is built. But even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent. And remember, bedrock will expect the severe consequences.
We're encountering more opposition over here than Debris said we should. Nothing too serious, but...
is perfect!
You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog.
We're encountering more opposition over here than Debris said we should. Nothing too serious, but any distraction you can provide would be helpful, Commander.
Preserve set progress! No sign of the scoundrels. Move it to safety. You need the forthcoming crater.
Give us a minute. Something's not right.
Whoa. Hold on. What's he doing here?
What's that? An explosion? Avara, Pascal, do you copy? Niles, say something.
What the fuck just happened? I see smoke.
Commander, what do I do? Everything was fine, and then... Oh, I think Pascal's hurt. I called out to her, but...
There is a 90% chance Agent Pascal is trapped under rubble. 87% chance she is mortally wounded beyond help. 85% chance she's deceased.
I don't understand. Everything went bad so fast. But we can't stay here. The mission. We've got to complete the mission. But I thought you told me to look out for myself. Be merciless. But... I knew you were just saying that, Commander. We need to look out for each other. I'm just a bit dizzy at the moment. I'm sure it will pass. Sure hope I find her before the Protectorate sets their lamps on us.
Issuing urgent reminder. Time is of the essence. Please continue on to the Skip Labs to complete the mission. This unit will assist Agent Ibarra in his endeavors. Per Earth Directorate guidelines, an incapacitated agent's equipment is available for team use. Agent Ibarra's rifle is now yours, Commander. Using it may improve your odds of survival.
Commander, guards are closing in on your location. Agent DeVries, we need an updated tactical report. We've got agents down.
This makes no sense. There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No logical cause for that explosion. There's nothing more we can do for them. This doesn't change our mission. We have no choice but to keep pushing forward.
An enemy overkill!
You there! Come over here! What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post? Has this whole facility gone mad? Something has transpired at Central Dispatch. I've heard gunshots, screams. I fear we may be under attack, but how? This is the Sovereign's Arcadia! What was that broadcast? Seditious madness. I fear I've become a traitor simply by hearing it. Then the explosion! Please, tell me you know what's happening here. matriarch, your voice. You're the one I spoke to over the intercom, but you're not Mallory, which means I let an unauthorized person into the facility. No. I am ruined. You've played me for a fool, talked me into an action that borders on treason. And now, the price must be paid. I'm a loyal subject, I swear. Why would you do this to me? You not only admit your transgressions as if that excuses what you've done, you've called my fealty into question with your actions. I am a subject of the Protectorate. I need not tolerate some malcontent having sport at my expense. I see. But that is a failing of mine as well, and far from the only one. You are far braver than me to admit such so readily. To be honest, I fear the demerits I have accrued due to my myriad failings doomed me long before I encountered you. It is only weeks, if not days, before I must face my fate. I'll just wait here for them to come and take me away. It is over for me. I need accept it. I know I'm still a loyal subject, even if no one else does. Of what matter is it if I go willingly or not? The fact is that it is unavoidable. My latest perpetual appraisal of purpose was less than adequate. It's just sitting on Arbiter Jackson's terminal, waiting like a blade above my head. When the demerits for this are added, maybe I'll be lucky and they'll just execute me instead. What do you mean, help me out? Petitioning for redress is only admissible in extreme circumstances. Anything else shows a disrespect for the system's purity and perfection. I'm not certain I follow. You're saying you would... I've never heard of such a thing. Why, that could be like having a new start. You'd do that for me? Yes, at once.
Maybe if you hadn't wasted time announcing to the whole station that the Earth Directorate was here, Niles wouldn't have been caught in an explosion. You need to stop the tomfoolery, take the lift behind you, and get to me as soon as you can. It is imperative we retrieve this unsealed core and escape this station. I had to close those doors to keep the entire sector from coming down on us. Commander, be on your guard. I'm picking up increased security activity in your area. They'll be... location at any moment.
Not a drill. Or it is. It is not our place to question.
They never questioned or doubted. Their zeal never lagged.
Hastening to cover! Replenishing my firearm! Sustain the system!
Commander, can you hear us? Something's wrong. We can't get into the skip lab, and DeVries isn't responding to our comms. In other words, we're trapped out here.
Get this blasphemy off the screen before an arbiter sees it.
Never questioned. Never doubted. Theirs never lagged.
An explosive! Get this blasphemy off the screen before an arbiter sees it.
Let it take again.
Minimizing exposure!
What kind of tomfoolery is flush them out?
deserve.
Tentacles shall turn the tide. Forever vigilant. Target acquired. Minimizing exposure. The protectorate endures. Drive us into disarray. the tide.
Individualists!
Boy, damn it! Can't you get anything right? You were supposed to be dead already. I should have known better than to underestimate someone who needs to gamble on anything and everything just to feel alive. Oh, an infuriating miscalculation on my part, but one that will soon be rectified. You think you can bait me with insults? I am a better agent than you could ever hope to be. Not that it mattered. Let me put this simply. The grand plan mandates this abomination of an experiment must die. And you along with it. I have neither the time nor the need to explain the veracity, the nuances of the plan to one such as yourself. I was fond of him too. I couldn't risk the delicate balance of the predictions. The mathematical computations involved are very... There is no too late. This is happening. Farewell.
Sovereign's family has been killed by a naturally occurring rift anomaly. High priority alert to all Earth Directorate agents. Contact with Earth has been low.
Identified ships on the edge of Arcadia.
It's no longer just a spacer's choice, it's Auntie's choice. Greater value for your men.
Arcadian citizens, we've come to deliver you from oppression.
They're not hearing me, Val. They were out there for almost 10 years. You know what usually happens when someone left in suspended animation that long.
Explosive cell death may result from extended periods of suspended animation.
Exactly. And it would be my fault it happens.
Welcome back to consciousness, Commander. Please accept your back pay for the previous mission. It has been prorated according to the mission's failure and your unapproved 3,468-day sabbatical. This unit is not programmed to judge the activities of off-duty agents. Revival protocols mandate a physical and cognitive test to confirm mission readiness. This is to ensure no unexpected... Acknowledged. Your refusal has been noted in your permanent An event summary will now be provided to improve your situational awareness, Commander. If you feel yourself beginning to liquefy following an aggressive merger between Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice, the new corporate entity known as Auntie's Choice invaded Arcadia. Auntie's Choice claims they are following market demands and liberating Arcadia through the power of capitalism. Many have died. Unfortunately, their invasion fleet also exacerbated the rift anomaly created by Agent DeVries' sabotage of Horizon Point. This means no ship can enter or leave the colony. The rift also remains a threat to the colony. Current estimations suggest the rift will destroy Arcadia in the next 10 years. Give or take 7 to 8 years. Correct. At some point in the next decade, the rift will result in the complete annihilation of all life in Arcadia. But currently, it is a low to medium priority concern. Agent Ibarra has expressed far more confusion and alarm about Agent DeVries' latest actions. It has been confirmed that Agent DeVries was responsible for downing the old Earth Directorate surveillance satellite earlier this month. The satellite had been gathering information since before your mission. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the It is inadvisable. However, Agent Ibarra has had many years to teach himself new skills. This unit has also observed a marked improvement in Agent Ibarra's hygiene regiment since final update. Due to the deaths of every other squad member, Agent Ibarra...
These years and I still can't get my head around what Augustine did. Sacrificing our whole team. And for what? What did our blood pay for? Oh, Commander. Thought you were Val. Glad to see you up and ambling about. And not, human stew. You know, when I first learned some of the escape pods made it away from the station, I'd hoped. I did. Search. So then,
Confirmed. The commander has received a...
DeVries. Would have been better if she joined the dead. I figured she'd done, if she's of a mind to. She could use the information on that thing to destabilize the rift and destroy Arcadia. She was one of us, Commander. It's our responsibility to stop her.
Acts of unprovoked violence are not sanctioned by the Earth Directorate except on occasions of premeditative self-defense.
She's gone to ground now, but as part of her original undercover mission, DeVries she'd have followed protocol, established a safe room there. Wager that's where we'll find clues as to her present plans and whereabouts. Thank you, Commander. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we strolling up to the Vox station and knock nicely. We might ought to explore the island first, find out what we can. Wasn't nowhere clear as yours, so we need to poke around.
Records indicate that lockboxes, such as the two housed in this, after discovering the first lockbox, unfortunately, due to a jam, the dispenser is currently inoperable. Agent Ibarra deprioritized theorizing. Extracting the contents from this unit has an advanced decryption key that can open the first lockbox, Commander. Agent Ibarra updated this unit's security protocols following an incident of minor exposure. This unit is currently helpful addendum. Scans also indicate an Auntie's Choice dematerializer within the first lockbox, which you may find useful in the discreet disposal of bodies, Command. An Earth Directorate agent prepares for all eventuality. Additionally, the second lockbox's contents may contain parts to upgrade your Valerie unit. Upgrades are recommended to improve your Agent Ibarra theorizes that some key... Please be on the lookout for any... Congratulations on your acquisition of the dematerializer. The dispenser is now functioning normally. Your ability to conceal...
No offense to Val, but it's real nice. Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure, always happy.
See that thing in the sky there? That'll be the Vox relay.
Vox stations serve as key communication hubs for the Protectorate. Unauthorized visitors are likely to be shot or hanged on site.
That's why we're headed to Fairfield first.
Engaging hostile weapons. Protocols ready.
Guns, cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Commander, you are ready. At this time.
Ain't nothing there.
Mind the needles.
Company. Must be from that ship on the landing pad.
Whoa there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all. Huh. Really? Everyone knows we're Look, we're Auntie's Choice. Lying's fine. We downright admired. End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way. As I've never heard of her, can't say I can. Seems like Minister Milverstreet knows everybody, though. Probably ask him. On the way from the landing pad? Had a convoy out that way. They're overdue. See any sign of them? Damnation. I had a friend on that detail. He always carried this, keepsake. Well, never too late to them Protectorate drones been a serious menace of late. Heard Trooper Faulkner shot a few. Bounty terminal's out next to the jail, across from the bar. Just down the lane here a spell. Oh, we got everything. One of them, at least. Clinic's over there on your left. Before I forget, I have standing orders to send all newcomers to... Once again, welcome to Fairfield, the official new home of free trade and self-reliance on Eden.
Risk of sounding glib? That ain't a good sign.
Correction. The sign seems to be functioning nominally.
Can't say the same for the trooper.
Can't believe some of air on this. Ain't fond of all. Once again, welcome to Fairfield, the official new home of free trade and self-reliance on Eden.
Doc. I'll be over here. Definitely not in excruciating pain.
I must ask you to hold...
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to...
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but demolished your... There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected. Don't be obscene. I have on hand a perfectly adequate tranquilizer.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer. Well then, she should have thought about...
This is a mighty big
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It would be inappropriate to hazard a guess on the exact percentage, but be assured I've reduced the margin of error significantly over the years. I hope the air isn't too thin up there on that high moral... In case it isn't apparent, I'm having what might be called a day. A whole platoon of soldiers decided to get themselves all shot up defending the forward operating base. And then there's Erickson. Something happened with a drone. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating. I am a doctor, not a magician. Now, was there anything else? My stimulants cost a premium, but take enough.
Never been the type to sit behind a desk all day. Welcome to the Name Pending Saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. What'll it be, stranger? Why, sure. What, between them Protectorate defectors, finally able to... Any particular topic you have in mind? Oh, Minister Milver shares command of Fairfield with Acquisitions Officer Carr. She's... To say they have differing approaches to leadership is like saying, gee, sons are Vox stations run by a real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Tell you one thing you can't avoid, the bridge. No, we have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. Forward operate. You're asking me for the particulars of a high-level corporate They merged. Rebranded. Auntie Cleo seems in charge now. My pleasure. Got anything for me in return? Your Earth Directorate. Never figured to meet one of you all. Here I was hoping you'd have a good story for me in exchange, but oh well. That is an ensuing step on my 19-point business plan. Trying to find a name that would convince patrons to spend their hard-earned bits. At present, my top favorites are 1. The Drunken Haggler. 2. Accessories. 3. Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did extensive outside testing. I can now check off step 18 of my business plan. Shh, not so loud. Look, operating, but the nice thing about Fairfield, if you sound like you got some know-how, people believe just about any bit of hooey or bunkum you declare. Pick your poison.
And I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time.
One of my copious direct reports. Rest assured. Time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces. Just like a... Ah, right you are. This meritocratic society is still so foreign. The workplace skullduggery, the prioritizing of self over community, that it surely is. I was a drone operator right here in Fairfield. Never even heard the phrase job security up until a month ago. But it seems I lack it. I can barely... Oh, you're right. I wanted change. Whole reason I left the Protectorate and the...
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll...
Swear, I almost had it this time. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers? In Auntie's Choice, I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who... It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize it. The funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no... Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency. So... No way. Nope. I can't imagine setting foot in Spire. You see, my partner there unearthed an unexploited Protectorate technology. Wouldn't go into details, but promised it'd I lay my hands on something like that, turn it over to management. Soon, I'd have all the considerable perks of someone responsible for a hit new product line. Bigger salary, name... Opportunistically leveraging... I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success... Splendid! Go parlay with Jack. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics. Well, the broke-down funicular is due west of here. Dexterous-looking so-and-so like yourself could probably scarp her up. So close, but so far away. Truth is, haven't the slightest. Edible spacesuits and race spec. All right.
Orifice or a face. Auntie's Choice makes a cream for it.
Never catch a break. Finally find a way to get ahead, and this happens.
This stuff? They must be storing something good in there.
Yeah, guns, armor, probably some ammunition too.
Honestly, Kemp, ain't that much of a mystery.
Have you two come to mock me like your fellow dullards? No. What? On the contrary, you have the manner of an officer about you. Someone who understands. From your tone, am I to suppose it didn't end well? Then we share that much in common. Please, allow me to start over. I am Warden Sterling, dedicated servant of the Protector of Arcadia and caretaker of worlds, the Sovereign Henry Varick. I'm not that kind of warden. It's a title of distinction for those who serve in the Protectorate military. Short manners. How refreshing. And if I did... What a strange argument. Obviously, I would prefer... We need more privacy before continuing this conversation. Go to the back of the building, and I shall meet you at the window of my cell. I'll be waiting. We should be able to speak freely here without the risk of being overheard. There is an entrance on the roof by which you may gain ingress. Had these two dolts bothered to do even the most cursed, I leave that to you to discuss. That is all I have for you. I must recuse myself now. Goodbye, and pray we never meet outside this constat.
blazes did you get in there?
That guard wasn't being ironical about the giant hologram over town hall. Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with that minister like she said.
No signs of corrosion. You just stopping by to admire the mines? Or is there... See this system here? It deploys extreme... However, the whole thing is current... No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you... Not unless your talent for interruption matches your knowledge. Like it's that easy, huh? All right, let's see you try that. I was being sarcastic, you ninny. Go do something that's not being in my way. All right, baby. It's just me and you again. Now how's about we figure out what's wrong?
To feel hopeful about settling here in Fairfield.
Why settle when you can thrive?
Sure. How do I do that?
I'm not really sure. It's just a slogan I hear on the wireless a lot. Why settle when you can thrive? Just say it.
I'm simply not cred. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment. I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So I'm on my breaking my back, trying to buttress all these... So, is there anything else, or can I get back? Quite the setup, ain't it? Before we took Fairfield, Auntie's Choice didn't have anything like this. Every kind of plant we've got was made to thrive in a chemical vat. But the Protectorate grows all their greens the old-fashioned way, with water and soil and actual fertilizer. I can't decide if it's adorably quaint or just plain daft. Then again, they all only have one job, so they have the time to indulge in all those sorts of archaic whimsies. Damn lucky Crabble copy. Research though, and my contract says I get 0.003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and well, I've got a...
Ectoplasm. Wait. Heavens, Auntie, you scared the living day. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. You know, you might be right. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another... Look, I know how it sounds. Like I'm a few... It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the... Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, but then a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, would be my guess. Strangest part is that foodstuffs have also been disappearing from the greenhouse since we took Fairfield. You think it's all connected? I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just...
sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on the wall after everything she's done.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox state. Seems a colony. I was able to eat. I have hacked into. Well, I have little. I thought I'd even create all that was. Well, I don't. And I did it. They are all dead. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated. I can only keep telling myself it had to be.
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to... DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, any job she couldn't get done, and better and faster than everyone else. Inspired, it's embarrassing now, how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she'd done for me. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers. The Order of the Ascent is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Believe they can predict the future or some such, but nice, but 10 years ago? I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions, maybe. She seemed tore up about the choice. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, but when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning. If only DeVries had shared in our good judgment, huh? Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Reckon there's gotta be...
Protectorate folks must have been bored out of their skulls before we showed up. This place, mind you, don't track any outside mud on top of our inside mud if you headed to the fort.
Can't you see I'm busy trying to look busy?
Don't cause trouble. I don't need the extra paperwork.
If you're not a go-getter, then go away.
Gonna need a bigger storeroom for all. Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted. If you're not with a specific division, I'm supposed to... As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you. As a friendly reminder...
Might I have a word, Commander? I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem like... Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me. Tracked him to Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit? Brief one, of course. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here, that starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Much as I might love to jaw about that special interest of mine, this business with Zeb's gotta come first. After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action. Wasn't like I didn't want to take things farther. Hit the Protectorate where it hurt. But I still had my cover to think of too. I couldn't. I'd feel better about that commendation if things hadn't turned out as... We worked hard, but the Protectorate's Arbiters and Sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the... Yeah, maybe. Easier to say that on the other side of winning, though, ain't it? Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I... Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him, till recent. If it weren't for Zeb, I'd be in the ground. It's a debt and since finding you... Well, much appreciated, Commander. Westport's on the east...
Jackson, go! Don't fret. With these boots, I can fly!
Help! Are you breathing? Say something!
Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they...
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza.
Demotion to...
No. Now cease... Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall? He thought those boots would make him fly, but they really just allow the user to jump repeatedly. Unless their downward velocity is too great. If so, well, not nearly as... We've been stuck atop this machine since Ida, one of our new Protectorate acquisitions, had her gray matter scrambled by the height. I can't fathom no sensible motive. She joined us shortly after...
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal...
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder, it's just impossible to cognize. The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to...
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can put...
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and...
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our 2 former cohorts. What?
No, Liza, remember, you're not...
Discharged if the disbursement is dutifully deserving.
So, bits, stranger. We'll give you bits if you get us down Poor Jackson wasn't raised in the Protectorate with a mind for science, and mistakenly thought the word thrusters meant he could fly. So he jumped the opposite way I told him. They're experimental. We'd not laid eyes on them before. But if you activate the plasma thrusters when you're already airbound, they could give you a fair bit of extra boost. It should let you turn a quick hop into a surprisingly grand...
Oh, thank the Sovereign... thank you. Bandages and burn tinctures. If you don't have that drive overloader, that may be a waste.
That's it? It was that easy? That was some impressive climbing. Poor Jackson could have learned a thing or two from you. Wonderful. Get us down and I'll... Oh, thank the law.
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if Heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that?
What do you mean? You're already getting our urgently improvised extortive rate. Oh, that. Of course that's why you deserve extra.